This day, we honor the hardships and the hard work of all humanitarians in the world in all fields who have shared their compassion to cross bridges and support people with life-saving aid and protect everyone at all costs despite the odds.
In this kind of work, this is not just my job, nor a profession, but definitely this is my passion. With this passion, I become more vigilant in happenings, especially in the local communities.
The battle they face every day is not easy. The world faces unwanted and inevitable struggles and disasters, where one can do something to make a big difference.
As a humanitarian worker for the past 7 years, I become more sensitive to empathize and sympathize with people, and I become more dedicated to serve the community, and I strongly advocate for disaster resilience.
Taking the challenge beyond their power to protect and save lives is a big sacrifice. The strength and perseverance we see every day from all the humanitarians is worth celebrating for.
Being a humanitarian worker for the last few years of my life made me more human. I thought development is just an issue about justice, and I realize now that humanitarian crises are also about justice, about poverty. It's about human structures that created more of this humanitarian crisis. We need to act on these humanitarian problems, not just looking at climate change and other natural causes of disasters, but also structural, social causes of humanitarian crisis.
Now, the world has faced an entire paradigm shift. This global pandemic has caused us to untangle the chains and stand on one goal, to heal and move forward as one.
In this time of COVID-19 outbreak, working in the field is a big risk. That's why working in a developmental organization changed me to appreciate those who are working for the betterment of the community.
This is a global campaign. This is a celebratory message to all humanitarians in the world who stood up in raising awareness and taking humanitarian actions in a sustainable manner for the resiliency of the people.
Being a humanitarian worker, I become a purpose-driven individual, and it empowers me to value human dignity and worth.
From all the natural disasters, unforeseen dilemma, social or health crisis, and whatever form of insecurity, we deliver this message of thanks to all humanitarians.
In ECOWEB, the organization has implemented projects across the entire Philippines and sees the importance of its vision in mobilizing resources, building partnerships, and empowering communities.
In our humanitarian responses, we have the survivor and community-led response approach that motivates us to be more involved in empowering communities. Participation and inclusivity are our goals. They plan and execute their own responses. They were able to support their own recovery and build their resilience. This is what motivates me, more especially to see women becoming leaders and communities becoming agents of change.
It made some changes to all the humanitarian workers in the organization to celebrate the value of compassion, inclusivity, development, and advocacy.
As we work in the field of communications and advocacy, the change we see in ourselves is the power to influence and bridge people's experiences through storytelling.
We hear the struggles and we see the reality. And this changed us to not turn a blind eye and focus on why humanitarian actions should be championed.
Today, we ask the workforce on how does being a humanitarian worker change their lives and still grounded with the principles and goals of the organization.
Being a humanitarian worker made me realize how important should an individual understand their role in their respective community. Change and development always start within oneself. Being a humanitarian worker molded me to become proactive.
And now, I found myself in this career. I became strong, inspired, and hoping for a change, lalong nasa situation natin ngayon.
Ang dakong kausapan nga nitabo sa akong kinabuhi isip usa ka humanitarian worker kay napagahumako og napalig-on isip usa ka solo parent.
24 hours time distribution to connect my humanitarian service to my family. But I am blessed to be in the service for the people.
As a Moreno youth volunteer, it motivates me to listen to community's experience and learn from it. Gihit pa kang magira ka na tunga para ikungulala na kampan sa mga galibag ang mga pipiya sa kagaga kanon.
In almost 2 years of being a humanitarian worker, ito yung nagturo sa akin upang maging matatag, masikap at may pagpapahalaga sa mga bagay-bagay at bawat pagsubok ng buhay.
Sa kababaloy akan ng humanitarian worker, may aling sok pangilelayan akan abuso ka sa sabuta kan po kapagingad. Ayaman la apon nalamatan akan na mianad akan agumiyad akan sok kapyao kapagintaw.
Pangarap ko talaga nung bata pa ako na makatulong sa mga tao. At ang pagiging humanitarian worker ko ang siyang naging daan upang matupad ang aking pangarap.
Sulod sa pulo ka tuig, isip usa ka humanitarian worker pinaagi sa advokasya ngadto sa mga katawhan, ilabi na sa mga kabos.
Nakat-on ko sa managlain-lain nga kultura o pamaagi sa pagpanginabuhi sa lain-laing tribo gikan sa atong kadagatan ngadto sa atong kabukiran.
Ilabi na usab sa panginahanglan diya sa kalamidad, daghan ang nakita kinahanglan tabangan ngayon.
Tungod kay dili nato kalikayan nga ang mata ko sa adunay managkalain-lain nga mga kinaya kung kini adunay mga panghitabo sa ilang kinabuhi.
As an agent in the community, in the field of humanitarian aid, it helped me to change and reach the equal living, same as the other group.
Isa sa miyali sa kawiyag-uyagakan sa kayabuloyak na humanitarian worker o di na volunteer, nagito so ka iparat lang niya itong nakagsupira ang tapakan gito so katabang ko mga tao ade sasanaan ka isimlion.
It enlightened me to appreciate the beauty of the community and empower them through sustainable development.
I found myself in it as my passion and my commitment.
As a woman in humanitarian work, it is a lifetime opportunity to make a difference. It helps me to be more resilient no matter what life may bring, an embedded lifetime reminder to be always grateful, grounded, and passionately beautiful with a heart.
We acknowledge the work and passion of all humanitarians in the world. The challenges may not be easy, the sacrifices may be too much, but the world recognizes you.
Every day around the globe and even in communities affected of crisis, we see real-time heroes who risk their lives in service to humanity. In our own organization, we see the risks that our staff and volunteers are facing for humanitarian service. In this time of pandemic, ECOWEB would like to pay tribute to all our humanitarian heroes, the living souls that sustain the humanity in us.
Thank you to all real-life heroes.
We will not be defeated.
Happy World Humanitarian Day.
As one, we say...